Hi everyone, I'm Jeff Teague. This is AutoJeff Reviews, and we're at the park at Raleigh today asking the question, is the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport Base model worth the money? Is it a good value? Let's explore.
Let's talk about the whole Bronco family. I went to Western Michigan University, go Broncos. My wife in high school, her team was the Broncos. So why wouldn't I be attracted to the Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport? Okay, there's the big Bronco, the Ford Bronco, everyone's excited about that one, but there's a smaller version, the Ford Bronco Sport. This one has 4 different trim levels. We've got the base, we've got Big Bend, we've got Outer Banks, and Badlands. So when we talk about value, it's important to start with pricing. This one's about, from the factory, $27,415 plus destination, plus any individual options. Then it goes all the way up in the lineup till you get to the Badlands, which is about a $34,000 starting price. So what's interesting here is across the Bronco Sport lineup, you have just under $7,000 of room. So sometimes it's not $20,000, maybe that you can start going for which is the better value, which has more options that you're interested in, as opposed to worrying about too much price. Does that make sense? Who would be ideal for a Ford Bronco Sport Base Edition? Somebody who doesn't need it loaded up with gadgets and gazmos and features and bells and whistles. Somebody who only wants to spend about $30,000. Let's rephrase that. Somebody who wants to get an SUV for around $30,000 or just a little bit less. That's a great value in itself. Then you get the off-roading capabilities this one provides, even at the base level. I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. Now we're talking. This might have my interest.
This one here was provided by Fred Anderson Toyota in Raleigh, North Carolina. Please check out fredandersontoyota.com if you're interested in a new, used, certified pre-owned car, truck, and SUV. They have a great inventory, especially of pre-owned vehicles right now. Could be the one you're looking for. So check out fredandersontoyota.com. Thank you.
Now let's get our first look at the interior. My thought process is I want to see the outside once around. I want to get a first look at the inside, then we can talk about breaking it down section by section. I like to be thorough, I like to be fun, and I like to think, how would I want to see a review? And I definitely don't want a boring car review. We're not going to get that. There might be some singing, some dancing, some moving to the grooving, 'cause we were dancing and singing and moving to the grooving. All right, now let's break it down. Hold twice.
So let's see how easy it is to open this thing up, and we'll talk about what's under the hood. Engine performance. What are we going to get out of this bad boy here?
Well, the first thing you need to know is you're going to get 181 horsepower, 190 pound-feet of torque with the 1.5 liter EcoBoost turbocharged engine. It's matched with an 8-speed automatic transmission. What does that mean in the real world, though?
Well, it means that this is not going to be a rocket ship vehicle. It's an SUV that gets good acceleration. I find it's easy to go up hills, merge onto the highway, pull out into heavier traffic when you've got kind of a tight window. It can do those things, but it's not going to win any races unless you're racing like a Toyota Prius or something like that.
What you can do is get the most optimal traction. This is a 4x4 at the base model, which is nice, and it has 5 different driving modes. They call it GOAT, greatest of all time? No, goes over any type of terrain. You've got sand, eco, normal, sport, and slippery. It gives you the best traction possible, so you're gonna have the least amount of wheel slippage. Where are you gonna go next?
Now I can tell you one of the things I don't like, I don't open up the hood a lot, first of all,
But when I do, I don't want to have the prop rod close to the center because it's something that you have to work around.
it's like being in a stadium and you're behind the girder or the barrier. Like, I don't want an obstructed view for a lower price. I want to have maybe this over on the side. I guess with the sheer size of the hood that wasn't possible, but convenience-wise, I don't think so.
Now let's take a look at the front end here. Obviously it's sporty, it looks all-terrain, it looks like we might be on a safari.
Hey, that reminds me of the safari style roof rails that you'll see up there too. Bronco is listed in sort of a gloss black. You can upgrade that to get it in a white lettering, depending on your preference here.
And then this one, this is consistent. We see similar in the bigger Bronco. We've got this accent horizontal line along with the circular headlamp. Of course, they're a little bit more rounded on the Bronco itself. Active grille shutters. What do you guys think of this front end? Now let's take a look at the kicks here. We've got 17-inch sparkle silver painted wheels. They've got a gloss, they've got a texture, almost like a pearlescent paint on there, and they really do stand out. So for a base model, this is actually quite impressive, and you can see the Bronco logo right here. That's right, the Bronco logo. Bucking hard, showing proud, being strong, right? You'll see a lot of these in the Bronco Sport and in the Bronco. You'll see Easter eggs or shows of dedication or tribute to Broncos of years past, right? Let's focus in on the profile of this one. It's got a sporty style to it. It's certainly tall, but it's also sleek in a way. So can it be a little bit of everything here? Take a look at the use of shadow black exterior paint. By the way, how do you like shadow black mixed with matte black accents throughout, including the door handles, including the mirror caps, not meerkats. And then we see the fuel tank on the driver's side. Time for fuel facts. This is gonna get an average of 25 in the city, 28 mpg on the highway, and 26 combined. Let's look a little closer. Those ratings are with premium fuel. Now, this has the no cap, the easy fuel, so you just kind of pop your nozzle in there, so to speak. And then look at this here. We've got more Easter eggs to show where Broncos have been in the past. And look at that, established 1966. That is really cool. I love the use of hidden gems, hidden eggs. We're still on the profile, but we're gonna go inside the profile. We've got a standard key fob here with the switchblade key. I wanna show you this bliss, the blind spot indicator system. So let's go over here. We're gonna turn it on. And then see there, it shows up in an orange amber color right there in the side mirror. This is a spot where you're gonna be looking anyway when you're changing lanes, so it's an excellent safety measure. And that's in combination with the cross traffic alert, which alerts you if there's somebody coming from behind as you're backing up. Nice rack. See the safari style roof rack there. It looks great, plus the capabilities. What can you strap up there? What can you tie down up there? Aunt Edna? Gonna take a lot to take me away from you. I bless the rains down in Africa. I bless the rains. I want to show off the back, but I also want to show off what it looks like when you're backing up. What's it look like in reverse? So let's get started here. We'll go forward a little bit. You gotta go forward to go backward. Did Aristotle say that? Plato? Okay, here we go. As we back up, you can see the tail lights, parking lights, brake lights. We'll put our flashers on. Turn signal. Ho! This has good utility that at the base level you can tow about 1,500 pounds. That's the maximum towing capacity. If you want more towing capacity in the Bronco Sport lineup, you'll want to go up to the 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine as opposed to this 1.5 liter. I see a backup camera right down here. It's in an interesting spot too, because you get a view as you're backing up. It might help you with towing. Now, what could you tow? A small boat. Of course, your bikes, small trailers, things like that, so you can do chores. We do have a wiper here. We've also got glass. That does not open up. Well, it does if you pop this. So now you can just take your groceries, your sporting equipment, your camping gear, just like that. Now that's handy. How do you open it up? Right here, door, glass. We pop it open just like that. There's even more to see, including that good boy right there. We've got this right here. Look at this. For those of you that still use bottles, bottle opener. We've also got the use of floodlights up here, and they can go on, and then you can actually rotate them in different levels so you can put a spotlight on when they're on. And then we've got all this room here With the seats down, 65 cubic feet of storage space behind the front row. Look, that's how you open up the glass. That's how you open up the doors. I gotta be very careful because I don't want to get it dirty. But look at this. Smaller person could lay across here. You could also sit up crisscross applesauce like this. It's really tall, so you can stack things up, but you can also sit in here. If it's raining out, put up the door, have a tailgate party in here. By the way, it's Taco Tuesday. That's right, I said it, Taco Tuesday, woo! And for backseat passengers, if you're 6 foot tall or taller, raise the roof, you're gonna have no problem sitting back here at all. I'm 5'8" and I don't feel claustrophobic. I don't feel like the walls are caving in on me here. This is with the seat a little bit more forward. The seats are very comfortable. This is really plush. It's not the widest middle seat, but then again, not a lot of them are, but it's really padded there. It feels like a pillow or a cloud, like a Care Bear on a cloud. But then here, we've got some good leg room. And of course, as you recline the seat, put it back, then you're gonna have less room, but this is really good. And I've got my grab handle here. I've got my grab handle here. I feel pretty good. And looking back here, these seem like they're gonna be durable seats. The material, the fabric material is the one color, the black, but it's nice. And then it's got a little bit of a texture here, like a sort of like a vertical line going slanty. Maybe they call it a slanted line, maybe. We got lights up there. We've got the handles. We got this one. Oh, bleep. Bottle holder here. And then we've got latches for child safety seats. Anywhere you see the little indicator. One thing I don't like is I don't like the fact that there are no cup holders that come down in a center armrest. Don't really like that. But what I do like is I see USB, USB-A, USB-C. Sounds like a cable program. Tune in to USB-C for the latest Beverly Hills Housewives of Raleigh. I love the startup screens in cars. I could look at that not all day long, but maybe a little bit. Now, if we're at the end of a long road trip and we want to recline, no place to sleep, you can chill out and snooze right here, I think. Pillow, a couple blankets. I feel like you'd be good to go. It doesn't recline 100% back, but it's good enough. Don't do that while you're driving though, duh. So let's take a look at what we can do with the seat. First of all, get it up to the right adjustment, but we can also pump up our seat manually. Still going, still going. Okay, so this high right here, let's go down, and as we're doing that, we talk about how comfortable and plush these seats are. Again, on a base model, I might not necessarily expect that, but it's really soft. I feel like I'm kind of sunken into the seat, but not in a bad way. It's wrapped around my spine, my lower back. I like this headrest right here. It's soft but supportive. Got kind of a weird angle here. I don't want the sun to get in our eyes. Look at the use of dark gray metallic, silver accents. Again, I feel anything that breaks up an all black seat is of benefit to us because it adds variety and you don't get tired of it over the long haul because it's got different colors and textures and varieties. This one has on the passenger side the bar that goes forward and back and then the seat recline lever. So what's in here? We've got a 12-volt circular. And then we'll look over here. We've got our GOAT modes. I was telling you about that. Electronic parking brake. We've got our dial that changes what gear we want to be in. And then we've got USB-C, USB-A, 12-volt circular. I was storing my phone to the left there and it fit just fine. It's an iPhone 12 Pro with plenty of room to spare. Nice chunky dials if you're changing your temperature controls. And then I like the picture. Just follow where you want the air to come out. And then look at this. What a good use. This could be dead space right here, but it actually fits a phone or keys or a wallet or whatever you want it to be. And then we've got this raised screen here, which has AM, FM. It's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And look, I see a compass. Let's put this into reverse so we can see the backup camera here. It has the moving grid lines, projected path. And then of course you don't want to go any closer into the red zone because that means you're getting close to hitting something. So let's go on in here so that we can see our GOAT modes. Of course there's lighting, brightness, our signals, easy to use controls. Things are basic on the Bronco Sport Base model. That's not a bad thing. If you don't like a lot of gizmos and gadgets and bells and whistles, this might be perfect. It's got a 4.2-inch information cluster here. I like the nice sporty use of red, white, and blue. USA, USA. Let's look at these GOAT modes though. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it into different modes to get us better traction. But not just better traction, we're gonna get better gas mileage, better throttle response. So we're gonna turn this just like this. Let's go back up here. Okay, we've got sand mode. 5 modes, folks. Normal mode. That's the Bronco icon. Holla. Eco. Sport. Better throttle response. Eco gets you better gas mileage. And then slippery. When it's wet, when it's rainy, maybe muddy, maybe icy a little bit, sandy perhaps. Those could all be times when you use the slippery mode. Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. That pops into my head every time I see slippery mode. Bon Jovi, slippery when wet. Where were you when that came out? Now, if we want to get information about our vehicle, then we simply go over to the up, down, push OK along with the menu. So we'll just give you a little bit of an example of what kind of information we could get. Seatbelts, auto start stop, tire pressure, things like that. Let's go back. You can get MPG. I'm not using it in the right way, of course. Digital speedometer, fuel economy, a calm screen. Presets, AM, FM. We could do our calling feature. Phones, no device connected. We might want to do that. And then let's take a look at the capabilities of this multimedia system here, the Sync 3. If I could turn back time. Let's see, we could swipe. There's phone. That's not my phone. You can swipe across settings. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Valet mode, I like that. So see, there's a lot you can do, and the swipe capabilities makes things pretty darn simple. I would use the Apple CarPlay all the time. And what are we gonna see up top? We're gonna see LED lights, I see. Sunglass holder, I see. This is not lighted. Does it have a slide mechanism? Yeah, actually it slides quite a bit. So we can block out most of the sun. I'm gonna block out the sun. And then we'll take it on just a little bit of a drive, a couple miles, so that you can see the capabilities and see what I see as far as visibility, ride comfort, GOAT modes, that kind of stuff. First of all, for visibility, look, we've got a gigantic front windshield. The A-pillar's not too thick, so we have good visibility there. And as you go down, usually with most SUVs, as you go further back, you're going to lose visibility. You'll gain more blind spots. They make good use out of that cutout in the back window so that you at least have some visibility there. It's not bad. I've seen better, I've seen worse. So let's turn this sucker around. I want to show you the turning circle. How this will work in real life for when we have to make evasive maneuvers. U-turns, going back around, high-speed chases with the Duke boys and Boss Hog. So we got it in reverse.
let's see if we can spin this around so you can see, does it tight turn? Does it do a tight turn? Yeah, that's not bad. Had to make sure I cleared that there. Let's see what the horn sounds like. So we're going to start out in normal mode. It rained here last night, so we do have some hard packed down muddy roads, but it's certainly not anything that would be, I don't think, qualifying as slippery. So let's just go around some turns here. The steering response is very smooth. In control. I like that. We'll speed up a little bit. Huh? Woo! Boy, that turns tight. But it's soft, it's forgiving, but it is responsive. So let's turn it into sport mode. I feel it tighten up already. Better throttle response so I can get up and go quicker. Boy, that's not bad at all. Sounds a little bit louder. You can hear the engine just a little bit more as well. So it has a lot of perks to it, but it also has a little bit of a detractor. You'll get better gas mileage if you're in either normal or eco mode. Now I'm going to go up a hill. I'm going to try it in slippery mode and just see what happens. I know we're on some bumpy roads and I know the camera's going to be a little bumpy. The traction's really good here. This is giving you optimal traction in less ideal conditions, we'll say, less than ideal. Mud, sand, snow, ice, things like that. Water on the roads. Boy, this thing really goes at low speeds. Makes you feel like you're doing more high performance than this vehicle is even capable of. I guess it's the trickery, the smoke and mirrors effect, but it works. Now here I like the digital speed. It's not too large, certainly not too small. It's easy to read because it's in bold white face print, like a white font. Let's try, we've got a speed bump coming up here. This is notorious for being bad on the spine. Let's feel it. You know what? That wasn't bad at all. Now let's try going around some curves. Holds nicely. Yeah, this is surprising, the capability. It's not quite what I expected in a good way. Again, this is a $30,000 SUV. We're getting a lot for our money here, and with the ride performance. Now this speed bump here is not known for being good. Watch this other person, they're gonna stop nearly to a standstill. They know, they've been here before. We'll go a little faster just to see, ba-boom. Yeah, that wasn't as good, didn't like it. And now let's put it into sport mode. We'll just try accelerating here. So if you have to pump it, you're certainly going to hear the engine noise, but that's because you're doing what you want to do. You want to accelerate quickly. All in all, I was very impressed with Bronco Sport, especially the base edition. It came with just enough features to justify that $27,000 MSRP, which will probably go up closer to around $30,000 once it's equipped the way it's going to hit the dealerships. So to me, it would be perfect for a single person or a family, somebody who wants that SUV versatility, who's going to pop in a cooler and some bags, take it to the beach, maybe the mountains, or maybe just wants the space and the size. If you're a tall person, this would be a good choice. The one thing it's lacking is space. So if you want a bigger one, maybe go with the regular Bronco or a larger SUV. But me, I think it drives very nicely. I think it's well worth the money. Ride comfort's great. The seats are very comfortable. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching so much. Please follow my YouTube, AutoJeff Reviews. I'm on TikTok and Instagram at AutoJeff Reviews. And then my website is autojeff.com. You can ask me a question, suggest a future video. Again, hit subscribe. Thanks guys so much. Peace to the world. See you next time.